at the moment. It's happening everywhere but the bluegrass, but it's only a matter of time. You can see that big swath of snow already hitting areas like Anderson, but all the way out towards Louisville, the I-65 corridor, getting in some decent snow showers at this point. Woodford County may be getting a little bit of flake action as flurries, but as this line continues to push off towards the east, it will become a little heavier at times and then start to collect, especially as temperatures start to drop down to freezing and then even below for that air temperature. But there's also some rain happening out there. In fact, south of the two northern parkways, and really even south of the Cumberland Parkway, you've got some light to moderate rain showers happening in those areas where temperatures are still well above freezing at the moment, running anywhere from the upper 30s to the low 40s. So it's going to be a little while for these areas to change over to that snow, but it will happen, especially as the sun goes down and things really start to cool down. But the snow hitting the bluegrass mostly first and then kind of filling in the gaps throughout the course of the late evening and then overnight into tomorrow morning. So let's go ahead and take a look at the future track and put some timing into play. Temperatures still above freezing even when the snow starts to fall. But once we get that sun down, temperatures cooling down rapidly at that point. So we hit freezing pretty quickly around that time frame. Still above for those out in the southern counties. So likely a little bit of a rain-snow mix right around 6, 7 o'clock this evening. And then everyone transitions over to snow, but we start to wrap it up for those out in the southwestern counties at that point. So it's going to be a quick hit. This is not a big snowstorm by any chance, but it will be enough to at least put some collections down, especially on cool surfaces, grass, decks, roofs, cars, things of that nature. Roads, for the most part, fine, but I think throughout the late evening, that's when we could start to see some really impacts for the travel going forward because of the fact that our temperatures are coming down and those road surface temperatures are coming down as well. So let's go ahead and talk about our projected snow. Now remember, this is mostly on your grassy surfaces. Roadways are going to be a little warmer, so we're not going to collect quite as much. Right along the Ohio River, we're looking at less than an inch of snowfall, 1 to 2 primarily. For everyone else except for the high terrain, we're 2 to potentially 4 inches of snowfall possible, especially along Pine and Black Mountain. But that 1 to 2, that's general. There could be some spots in between that see potentially up to 3. Could be some spots that see less than 1. That 1 to 2 is a very general mark for all of those counties. It's a big area. This is a very widespread snow event. It's just not very heavy. It's not going to last very long. But you see those pavement temperatures. That's going to be key. Now, as we're getting into about 7 o'clock this evening, we're down to freezing in the bluegrass. So that is where roads will be impacted the most because of the fact that we get down to freezing and then even below pavement temperatures. See, the southern counties, we're getting snow, but we're not quite down to freezing. In fact, nowhere near for some areas. So yeah, roads will be mostly fine. Further south you travel, further southeast you travel. But when you're in the bluegrass, if you're moving north, that's where we have the biggest issues throughout the evening tonight and then throughout the morning tomorrow. And really, once we finally get rid of that snow, that's finally when those temperatures all come down below freezing. So really, it's just kind of watching out for it. That's why we have that winter weather advisory for the entire state, except for our 3 top counties. But everybody in the pink, and even now starting to see a little bit of pink down towards the south and the east, that is where the bigger impacts will be. Obviously, higher terrain. The valleys, not so much, but the higher terrain, seeing anywhere between that 2 to 4, that's going to cause some travel headaches for sure. Everyone else in that kind of light shaded purple, a little bit better, but still something to be watching out for this evening and early tomorrow morning. But it's a quick hit. So by the time we get to even the sunlight hours tomorrow, we're back to clear skies. Very cold. We do not warm up much for the end of the week, but high pressure at least will keep the clouds away and give us some sunshine as we're wrapping up the work week. So for your 8-day forecast, we see a little bit more activity getting here over the late part of the weekend. Mostly rain with this system, but there will be some chances for some winter weather kind of in between. And starting next week, we'll keep it going, maybe warm up a little bit towards the middle. See some more rain showers coming in late on Thursday.